Hello friends, welcome to the Technical Acharya. Today I have brought a new content, that is entrance crack series of BOMS. So let's start the video. Actually I have taken this PPT from Dr. Suman Khan sir. He is one of the most talented and helpful teacher, and I have prepared my entrance exam from him. Okay, here is some introduction about him, you can check. So our today's content is basics of Ayurveda. Let's move forward. The natural force within each of us is the greatest healer of disease. It is the quote said by Hippocrates. What is Ayurveda? Ayurveda is a Sanskrit word where Ayu means life, Veda means knowledge. So Ayurveda is the knowledge of life. It is the most BBI MCQ. If we talk about life, life is the combination of mind, body, spirit and senses, where mind means mana, body means sarira, spirit means atma and senses means indriya. It is also the one of the most BBI MCQ asked every year. Ayurveda is a traditional system of medicine. Yes, Ayurveda is originated from Hindu tradition, from Indian subcontinent, that is Himalaya region. It is a holistic natural healing. Yes, Ayurveda is the complete natural healing process. It is complementary and integrative system, where complementary system means a side additional treatment like acupuncture along with other major treatment, and integrative system means Ayurveda is a mixed system like treatment by both Ayurvedic and allopathic system. Ayurveda marks the root causes of imbalance. Okay, Ayurveda describes each individual is unique. That's why the concept Prakriti is derived. It also explains the relationship between microcosm and macrocosm, which means Lok Purush Siddhant, where Lok means Bahyagat Srishti and Purush means Degat Srishti. It says that all components made up of 5 elements of nature, that is Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi Mahabhut. Both has similarities, that is explained by this Siddhant. As we know that the disease occurred at two sides only, that is mind and body. That's why treatment also occurred at mind and body, that is mana and sarira. This is one of the most BBI MCQ asked in the entrance exam. Ayurveda is a rejuvenating and revitalization system, where rejuvenation means rasayan and revitalization means bajikaran, which we will discuss later. Ayurveda promotes immunity. It increases the immunity of an individual and maintenance of health. Ayurveda also recommends the lifestyle of an individual like diet, daily and seasonal regime, that is dinacharya and ritucharya, yoga, meditation, herbs, jadi buti, physiological detoxification, that is panchakarma. Also Ayurveda adopts multiple ingredients of whole plant, herbs and minerals. Yes, Ayurveda adapts all parts of the plant like leaves, flower, root, etc. For making preparations. Now Ayurvedic approach to health. Therapeutic modalities which are therapeutic suited to an individual constitution like Vatas, Pittas, Kaphas, etc. Ayurveda seeks to restore good health, balance and harmony at the level of body, mind and spirit. At which level? Body, mind and spirit. Ayurveda advises individual on diet, daily routine, seasonal regimes, dinacharya, ritucharya, exercises like yoga, asana, meditation, abhyas, different herbs. Ayurveda also includes many physiological purification. Some are herbal oil massage, sweet bath, that is Swedan, herbal enemas, basti, herbal steam inhalation, etc. Now our sub topic is Ayurvedic herbal and mineral medicines. Individual result will vary from person to person. Yes, all individual body constitution are not same. Compound preparation. We can make multiple preparation of plants and minerals. Many preparations like Saurus, Kalka, Kvata, Hema, Phanta, etc., which balances the total body functions of the body or maintain a healthy body. Some herbs enhances the action while other avoid or minimizes the possible side effects. Yes, some herbs do Vriddhi, increases the action, and some do Chaya, minimizes the possible side effects. Now we will see basics of Ayurveda, which are first of all 5 gross elements called Panch Mahabhut, which are Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. 3 biological energy, that is 3 dosha, that is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. 3 psychological energy called Triguna, that is sattva, raja and tama. 7 body tissue called saptadhatu, which are ras, rakt, mams, med, asti, maja and sukra. Final refined product of digestion and metabolism, that is vital immunity, called oja. Understanding of vital force, prana. Knowing of vital energy, tejas. We will study vital points in marma vigyan. 13 channel of circulation called srota. 13 biological fire, agni. 4 stages of digestive fire, that is tikshna, mridu, bhisma and samagni. Toxic and morbid substance called am, also known as undigested food particle. 6 stages of manifestation of the disease called kriya-kala, that is sanchaya, prakopa, prasara, sthan samsraya, vyakti and bheda. Daily routine, that is dinacharya, seasonal regime, ritucharya, dietetics, ahar vigyan, psychological detoxification, pancham karma, rejuvenation program, rasayan, revitalization program, bajikaran. We will study this all in details later. Now we will see about the 8 branches of Ayurveda, that is called Ashtanga Ayurveda, which are internal medicine, surgery, ophthalmology and otorhinolaryngology, pediatrics, toxicology, psychology, rejuvenation and revitalization. First of all, we will discuss about internal medicine, that is called Kaya Chikitsa. In Kaya Chikitsa, we will study about the different diseases like fever, arthritis, skin disease, inflammation, diarrhea that occur in all parts of our body. After then we will discuss about the Shalya Tantra, that is surgery. We do different types of surgery in Salakya Tantra to remove different foreign particles inside our body. After then Salakya Tantra. Salakya Tantra is the science of diseases specific to supraclavicular region or the parts above the clavicle like eye, ear, nose, mouth, tongue, etc. After then we will discuss about pediatrics, that is Kumar Bhitya, also known as Balarog. In Balarog we will discuss about the disorder of children, disorders of mother milk, etc. After then we will discuss about toxicology, that is Agat Tantra. In Agat Tantra we will study to cure different types of toxicity caused by the bite of a snake, spider, insects, etc. It is also cure different types of toxic chemical inhalation into the body like food poisoning, etc. After then we will study about psychology or Bhut Vidya, also known as Grah Vidya. Here we will study about the diseases attacked by the god, ancestor and their prevention. After then we will study about rejuvenation, known as Rasayan. In Rasayan Tantra we will study to keep ourselves young, smart for long time by increasing life and immunity. And finally Bajikaran, revitalization. In Bajikaran we will study how to increase our sexual power, sperm count and to remove infertility. These all are very important MCQ for your common entrance exam. You can read it all. Let's move forward. 3 biological energy, that is dosa, Vata, Pitta, Kapha and their understanding in modern science. How can we correlate Vata, Pitta, Kapha with their modern science? Let's see. Tridosa. Tridosa other name is also Tristhuna and Tristamba. These all are very important and asked frequently in common entrance examination. What is Tridosa? Tridosa is a biological force that governs all types of anatomical, physiological and psychological functions of life. Tridosa is the main principle of Ayurveda. This is also very important MCQ. Ayurveda is basically based on Tridosa therapy of disease. It is also important. Those produce diseases when vitiated. Yes, when those become dushe, it produces diseases. The 3 types of Tridosa are Vata, Pitta and Kapha, as we know. Vata. At cellular level, Vata can be compared with the function of nucleus. At somatic level, Vata can be compared with neurological activity. In the same way, Pitta can be compared with function of mitochondria at cellular level, and at somatic level it can be compared with hormonal and enzymatic activities, that is endocrine. With Kapha, at cellular level it is compared with the function of protoplasm, and at somatic level it is compared with various secreting activities exocrinal. Okay, for today this much. In the next part we will study further. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share to your friends, and also please comment if you think any modification needed. Thank you very much.